Hello, fellow real estate investors. This is Ken Renner, guest expert on HGTV's House Hunter and broker in North Austin, Texas. Okay, so I'm here ready to do a deep dive on what a lot of you have been asking about, which is about the Apple campus and what kind of rentals can we get around there, what kind of investments. And the bottom line is that it's going to be a huge economic boom along with everything else that's going on with Austin. The Apple campus being $1 billion facility, going to be housing more of the software engineers, from what I understand, instead of just the customer service that they already have. Here, they have 6,000 employees plus right here off of Palmer Lane, and they're going to add another 6,000. And that's going to be right here. This tract here is 130 acres of the Robinson Ranch, and so adjacent to the McNeil High School, which is what we're going to be using as a distance marker. So let me pull this back up. So continuing on here. So looking at the area that's this tract here and this tract here is all the new Apple campus, 133 acres. So in the area nearby, this is called Millwood and Hunter's Chase, a number of different subdivisions. I've been selling homes in this area since they were being built back in since 1993 is when I moved here, and these homes a lot of these were built or being built at the time. What we're seeing here, though, is that our rents are not nearly as much as our sales prices to be able to make sense of the transaction. It doesn't look like there's anything over, pretty much 1900 is the price range in here. And you don't get a whole lot. So 1,974 square feet for 1,795. It looks like 1,695 for 1,835 square feet, 1975. Rather good size house. So what we're looking at here is pretty much $1 a square foot or thereabouts. But our price points, when we go to the sales side of things, our price points are quite a bit higher. Let's take a look at the same area. For sale, and we'll do under three. Well, we'll see what's under 300,000. If anything, not a whole lot. Okay, so inventory very sparse, as you can tell. Not a whole lot to choose from. There's a house that's 980 square feet for 269, 2 bedroom, 2 bath. That's not going to cash flow very well at all, and it needs work. It's actually pretty good shape on the inside, but a 2 bedroom, 2 bath in this area is only bringing about $1,500 a month. So that's not even cash flow break even. This house on Dallas needs a lot of work, and it's at 281. It's been on the market for a while. We've been following this property. Let's take a look real quick. So 62 days on the market, and 281. It's got some upgrades. Yeah, granite countertops, not too bad. Old original kitchen tile. So the appliances are not original, so that helps. Got the popcorn ceiling still. So it's been a little bit of work's been done to it. So 281. Good tax rate, 2.27 for our area, but if it's been on the market, it's listed originally at 299. Now it's at 281, so obviously the market's rejected that price. That's probably because it's 1,374 square feet, and we're getting about $1 a foot. Well, you'd probably get about 1,700 or 1,800 for that, and that's going to be, even with 25% down, at cash flow negative. So this is once again going to be a equity play in this area if you decide that this is a area that you want to go into, because we have been asked so much about it. So let's go back out and take a look. If we go a little bit further out and see, if we had a 5-minute commute, 10-minute commute. So we're kind of looking here. Here's the Apple facility. It's right over here in this, where this lake is. And we have Anderson Mill, and once again, we're looking at still a in the 270s, 280s, and these also are only going to carry in rents of about $1 a foot. So you're looking at here 1,900. Yeah, you probably get about $1,850, maybe $1,900 for this house. and this is kind of the analysis that we do on every property to also to find a good property that we can present to our investors, and then oftentimes I'll even put them under contract myself so that we don't have to be competing with other offers and then turn around just relinquish my position to our new investor that wants to take my spot. So one of the areas that I like that is very, very popular, great schools, great infrastructure, and just 15 minutes to the campus is this area in here, which is this is called Cedar Park Town Center, and also Blockhouse Creek. And so we've got some opportunities in here to take a look at. And then this area here is all very, very popular as far as good schools, great communities, very good lifestyle. Cedar Park's very family friendly, and we're going to have good tenants. The infrastructure here is amazing. It's the 1896 Mall, which has got your super Targets and shopping. It's a huge shopping center, and then across the way is the park that just opened up, and that's where like Whole Foods. This is Whole Foods right in here, and a number of, I mean, just all the retail you could possibly imagine at the corner here. That's why they call it a town center, Cedar Park Town Center. Also, the HEB Center is here, which is the 6,000 seat arena. So got a lot of great conveniences all the way around in this area, and that's why it's so popular. So these are also relatively newer homes, built in the 2000s time frames. This one's 2005, so it's not all that old. Good looking house, wood floors. It's got kind of the original laminate countertops, but overall it looks in pretty good shape. So it's kind of what you're looking at, 230. Been on the market 40 days, so it's not a not flying off the shelf, so to speak. So there might be some room in there to negotiate. So here we're looking at 239, 240, 289, and this one at 229. Let's take a look at the rents now. Oh, well, let's take just another neighborhood over. This is called Blockhouse Creek. And this area has always been very popular, and it's the older section is over here, built in the 80s, and then we had built in the 90s and 2000s with mostly a D.R. Horton area right in here, in this area here. So not a whole lot of new construction out here, and wouldn't make financial sense until you go further out. So taking a look at the community, pretty much the price points are in the 280s. There's one for 215. We'll come back to that one. 255, 269, 249, 250. These are renting for about $1,700 a month. And so we'll take a look as we go deeper into this community. And I found one here that just came on the market today. It's substantially under the values of all the other homes in the area. Talked to the listing agent on this. It needs new flooring and needs paint throughout. Other than that, no foundation issues, no roof issues have been replaced recently, and then the AC was just replaced in 2018. So you're looking at carpet and paint. Someday maybe do the countertops, maybe change the color out of this someday soon. You don't have to do that when you're going into it, but if you're going to go do a paint job and everything, you might paint these cabinets some more of a winter color, which is the grays and the grays and the whites and things like that are in right now. But other than that, when we're looking at this house, $185,000, which will rent probably for about $1,500 per month, and you have to put probably 10 grand into it on top of the closing. I think it's a really good value, and so let me take a look here at go back into the map and show you why. Next door, 2 doors down, is the same size, well, a little bit bigger house, maybe 100 square feet or more. They're asking $248, $250. Both of these do back up to 183A frontage road, but that's not the end of the world. This one obviously has been all fixed up, and they're asking $250 for it. Same size house, same builder. So, and they didn't even do anything with the cabinets. The countertops look like they're still laminate. Could be wrong. Take a look here a little bit closer. So what they're asking for and what they get doesn't necessarily mean that's what they're going to be getting for. But going back to this 185 property, you can see surrounding the area, there's 224, and let's take a look at this 215 here at 1367 square feet. One picture doesn't help us. Whoever put this one out there, been on the market for 3 days. No photos, $215, not a bad price, but we would have to go visit it, and that's the next step, is not only to determine the rental rates and then the condition of the property and what have you, and then do our performance from there. Once again, in this area being 15 minutes from the Apple campus and all the other great things that are in the area, that makes it makes it, the prices keep going up, and that's why you're buying a property, right? For the prices to keep going up. As far as the cash flow play, we'll do a pro forma on that one. That should be a cash flow positive with $1,500 a month rent. Tax rate's a little high here. It's 2.87. Dues are low. It's I think $35 a quarter. And then back over here with the competing newer subdivision, about the same size house that doesn't need any fix up, is 1326. Maybe we can get a better price on that. I like this one too. And you're going to be looking around $1,700 a month rent. So we're $50,000 less than being right across the street from the Apple campus on Palmer, but we're also getting the same rents. So that's kind of this little dance that we have to do to determine where's a good place and to throw the dart. So those are some good opportunities that I would say. This one here at 1430 Big Bend Drive, and then this one, very interesting, at 185 2422 Socorro, just came on the market today. So this is going to go pretty quick. So I'm going to get this video out and this listing out too as well, and this one for comparison purposes, and also dig any deeper that I can find in here that makes any sense. This looks interesting. What's this for? Oh, I've already looked at most of these. I didn't see anything really that jumped out at me and said, hey, buy me, buy me. But this epicenter 183 and Whitestone, or what's 1431, is very, the path of development, the popularity. It's great schools, great lifestyle. It's where people want to live. I live right over here, and so I've been here for 20-some years, 25 years. So, anyways, back out to the overview. We will be digging into this area here. This area over here gets to be too expensive. This is where I live, and doesn't really make economic sense either. And we'll also be looking to the east out here, but we'll do that on another video because it's another quadrant. So we want to focus on the 183 corridor and Cedar Park and Leander, and I won't be doing anything as far as these on Leander until I do a deeper dive, and then I'll cherry pick those links. But this is kind of the way the city's laid out. You have Austin, which is the city limits end about right where it says Cedar Park, and then you have Leander, and then you have Liberty Hill. And believe it or not, with 183A, with an 80-mile-an-hour speed limit, the distances and time and driving is mitigated for sure. So we are looking at this corridor here is a great place to go. We'll talk about this area in the next video, and the Round Rock, Pflugerville, Georgetown area next. So hope this has been helpful, and we'll get those listings out right away. These things have a tendency to go super quick. So I would suggest that if it makes sense, if you're at all interested, that you contact me ASAP at 512-423-5626. I hope you're having a great day, and look forward to talking to you soon.